qualification competition continues tomorrow with the clubs and ribbon, and we do hope that you will join us for that as well, wherever in the world you happen to be. The European Championships unites fans of this gorgeous sport from all over the world, and wherever you are, whether you're up late at night in Australia or have gotten up very early in the morning in Canada to follow, or whether you are somewhere in between, welcome to all. We will be getting underway with set C in just about 4 minutes time, and there really is much to get excited about here. In this set, we will have the Israelis, including the reigning European champion with the clubs in Daniela Muniz, and she will be performing not with the hoop, but with the ball, and the hoop apparatus will be handled here by her teammates Liane Rona and Maitel Mayen-Sumkin, a gymnast that we will be talking about quite a lot over the course of this broadcast. One of the newcomers who is pushing her way up through the ranks and has already made quite an impression in international competition this year. We will also get our first look at Alba Bautista of Spain, who became an Olympian last summer in Paris, and the intriguing French pair, Lily Romanaccio, and the new national champion, Mena Millon. And the set will close off with Italy and Hungary, represented notably here by Sofia Raffaelli, the reigning European champion with the ball, and the two-time Olympian Fanny Pignitsky. So there is quite a lot to enjoy, including a pre-show with European Gymnastics mascot, the glorious Luigi. There he goes. Now, sets A and B have already competed today, and it's worth perhaps just taking a moment to review some of the top performances there. With the hoop, top qualifier so far, the Olympic champion Daria Varfolomeev of Germany with an even 30 points. Right behind her, Styliana Nikolova of Bulgaria and her teammate Eva Brezalieva, 29.6 points and 28.75. So the Bulgarians proving already that they are in very good form here. Fourth place with the hoop so far, Liliana Luwinska, the exciting Polish competitor. And in fifth from Germany, Anastasia Simakova. With the ball, it was Styliana Nikolova who, through two sets, is top of the table. 28.35 was the number that she posted. Anastasia Simakova of Germany, second so far. Eva Brezalieva, once again, in third place. Lada Push, who competed at the Junior World Championships 2 years ago, sitting in fourth place right now. And Emmi Pirhonen of Finland, currently in fifth. The objective here in the qualification rounds is really twofold. The gymnasts do want to qualify for the all-around final, and it's their best three scores that will go into contention for making that will be considered for the all-around final. And so you have some gymnasts like Daria Varfolomeev opting to just perform 3 routines in the qualification, knowing that maybe that's all they need, and to save themselves a little bit for later rounds.
Set C, first rotation, and we are ready to start.
The first competitor in set C represents Latvia. We will then see competitors from Turkey and head into Israel and Spain. So here we go in set C. First gymnast onto the carpet, the 22-year-old from Liepāja. This is Evelina Ivanova performing with the hoop. Representing Latvia, that was Evelina Ivanova. She's a thoroughly experienced competitor. This is her third time at the Senior European Championships. Last year in Budapest, she was 41st in the all-around competition. And this is her first big international competition since last year's European Championships. The first performance with the ball in this set C comes courtesy of Turkey and Deniz Oske.
My heart is on fire, my strength in vain. I'm no more inspired to live pain again. I feel waves of tears crashing over my chest. Breathless, I fall to the ground. But now I don't leave my knees and struggle again. The length of the time. But now I do. But now I do. All that glitter is not gold. Life is made of highs and lows. You know the rules. When you fall down, the answer to my destiny was inside of me. Inside of me.
Oh, that was a well-controlled dynamic element with rotation, a wrist featuring forward rolls to finish her routine from 16-year-old Deniz Oske. She comes from Izmir, the third largest city in Turkey, also the city that hosted the World Championships in Rhythmic Gymnastics in 2014. This is her Senior European Championship debut after she competed in the all-around at the Junior European Championships last year in Budapest. She is also the reigning Turkish Junior National Champion. The score for Evelina Ivanova, 23.05 with the hoop.
Next gymnast representing Latvia, Alize Lebedeva.
Here is the second competitor from Latvia, Alize Lebedeva. Just 15 years old, this is her Senior European Championship debut. Good luck to her.
What's that sound? I know someone's there, hiding in the shadows, thinking I was unaware. Well, who's that I see? The birthday boy to be. Well, let's invite him over. Oh, yeah, before he's bolder. Oh, go on, let's make this fun. Yeah, can't you hear me this time? No, I'm done. I won't go back to my stage. It's my new trend. Well, let's go say hi to the new friend. I knew I was right to think I would find you over here. accidents happen. Run.
Welcome to the European Championships, Alice Lebedeva. What a nice way to get her European international career underway. There was a real sense of character throughout that exercise. Very well developed, and it remained that way for the entirety of the routine. It's one of the things that has been emphasized in the new code of points. Character definition, much more elaborate than it was in the last cycle.
Next gymnast, representing.
And she did a very nice job of that. Now to the second Turkish competitor, an experienced one on the European carpet. This is Hatice Gökçer İmerci, the 17-year-old with a wonderful propensity for dance. Just captivating on the carpet. Hatice Gökçer İmerci. Remember the name. This is her second time at the Senior European Championships. She made quite an impression with all of her routines last year. She is so compelling to watch. It was interesting to see that line of dance steps performed right in front of the judging panel, letting them feel the full force of her personality. Meanwhile, the score for Alice Lebedeva, 25.35 with the hoop.
For the next gymnast, a bit too fast. So the fifth gymnast after the break in this 10B. And the first gymnast for Israel.
The score for Denise Oske with the ball, meanwhile, 23.45. Due up next on the carpet, Lian Rona of Israel.
Representing Israel, Lian Rona.
Here is 17-year-old Lian Rona of Israel with the only apparatus that she will be performing with at this European Championships. She's had great success at this event before. Team Silver from the Junior World Championships in 2023 and Team Gold at the Junior European Championships the year before that. Leanne Rona of Israel, such control and precision on everything. The wrists, the balances, the fouette turns. What a performance from this still very young competitor. She won bronze at the national championships in the all-around in 2024, and that tells you something about how competitive it is in Israel. Meanwhile, Hatice Gokshish Emersh receives 26.1 with the hoop, with the ball even.
Representing Spain, welcome Lucia Gonzalez.
And that puts the young Turkish gymnast into 5th place in the qualification for the apparatus final so far. Here is 19-year-old Lucia Gonzalez from Villajoyosa near Alicante in Spain. What a beginning. That's a hit exercise for Lucia Gonzalez of Spain. And if you're still thinking about her opening pose, rest assured you're not alone. That was quite something. What sensitivity in her work. And she finishes everything very beautifully. The penché pivots, the fouettes were super crisp. And the performance quality as a whole was just lovely. We are still waiting on the hoop score for Leanne Rona of Israel. And waiting in the wings, Rona's teammate, Maitel Mayan Sumkin. We will not see Daniela Munitz with the hoop, although we will see the reigning European champion with the clubs with the ball, if that makes sense. The score for Leanne Rona is a very good one, 28.15. Ranks her 5th so far with the hoops.
Next gymnast representing Israel, Maita Mayan Sukin.
Welcome to 16-year-old Maitel Mayan Sumkin from Tel Aviv. Already highly accomplished at the elite level. This is her first time at the Senior European Championships. Good luck to her.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. But I gave you your chance to deliver. Give your people something different. My album, my album, my album, my album, my album, my album. Hope. Every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fame, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of bitter, 30 years of pushing everyone away. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have to judge, you're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge. I'm taking up, I'm taking up, I'm taking up. Reigns.
Well. Welcome to Senior European Championship competition, Maitel Mayan Sumkin. Just 2 weeks ago, she was the European Cup Cross Battle Champion, where gymnasts went head-to-head, and she upset Stiliana Nikolova for that title. The score, 27.15 for Lucia Gonzalez with the first apparatus.
Next gymnast representing Spain, Alba Bautista.
Now, to one of the most familiar faces on the European scene over the last several years, the Olympian from Paris, performing the only routine that she will do at these European Championships. Here is Alba Bautista with the ball. One of the great communicators of rhythmic gymnastics, Alba Bautista of Spain. She talks to you with her performances. And the change to the new code of points, emphasizing artistry, works so well for her flavor of gymnastics. It allows her to emote, to project a feeling. And she does that very well with this new ball routine. Now, we are waiting for the score of Maitel Mayan Sumkin of Israel with the hoop. Top score so far, 30 points even, recorded by Daria Varfolomeev. Meanwhile, there has been an inquiry in the routine with the ball of Hatice Gökçer Emerge. The inquiry concerns her body difficulty. That is to say, the leaps, the turns, the balances. All of those have to be shown at least once in a rhythmic gymnastics routine at this level. And it's not enough, as I'm sure so many of you know, to just do the balance or to just do the sequence of turns. You have to manipulate the apparatus at the same time. And what a wonderful score that is. 29.45 with the hoop for Maitel Mayan Sumkin. It's a fantastic beginning for her and for Israel. And remember that her teammate Liane Rona did very well as well, 28.15. That 29.45 puts her into third place with the apparatus. To France now, and 20-year-old Lily Ramanaccio. Lily Ramanaccio of France with a very good routine to bad to the bone. She was fourth with the hoop at the European Cup in Burgas just 2 weeks ago. Last autumn, she left France and moved to Udine in Italy to train under Spela Dragaš, the very renowned coach. We will actually be seeing her coach's daughter, Tara Dragaš, in just a few moments' time, beginning her European Championship campaign. Alba Bautista, meanwhile, scores 26.5 with the ball. She's going to have to wait until the end of set D to see if that's going to hold up for a place in the final. But regardless, it's a very nice number. Here is Lola Diederich of Luxembourg. Just turned 16 last month. She is the reigning national junior champion of Luxembourg. And this is her routine with the ball.
Siempre que te pregunto que cuándo, cómo y dónde, tú siempre me respondes. Quizás, quizás, quizás estás perdiendo el tiempo. Así pasan los días y tú contestando. Quizás, quizás, quizás, quizás, quizás, quizás.
Ending with a very nice penché pivot and some rolls of the ball over the large body segments. Lola Dietrich of Luxembourg. She went to Azerbaijan for an international tournament at the end of March and won bronze with that apparatus. Great use of side scale position in that routine as well. So, an update to the score of Hatice Gökçe Emerge of Turkey is that there is no update and the score will remain the same. Meanwhile, 26.75 the score with the hoop for Lili Ramanaccio.
Next gymnast representing France, Maina Mio.
And here is the national champion of France, fresh off winning her first ever French title in the all-around. Beginning with the hoop, Maina Mio. That's a grand start from Maina Mio of France. And it has been worth revisiting what she posted on social media after she won the French title. She said, all these years I considered myself weak, eaten by the fear of never being proud of myself again. A year ago, she was getting ready to retire. She said she was scared of everything, especially of herself. But she knew at the same time that she still had something to accomplish. There was something left for her in the sport. And here she is. Back to Luxembourg now, and 18-year-old Elena Masonbourg. She begins with the ball.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California, well, to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. I tell ya, this land was made for you and me. As I went walking down that ribbon of a highway, I saw above me all that endless skyway. Now I saw below me that golden valley, and I said, this land was made for you and me.
Elena Masonbourg, the national champion of Luxembourg. That title that she won just after the European Championships last year was actually the 7th national championship title for her club, following Sophie Turfel, who won it twice. Catching you up on scores a bit, Mena Millon scoring 26.55 with the hoop. And the number for Lola Dietrich of Luxembourg with the ball before that, 23.1. Masonbourg choosing some unique skills, the butterfly jumps, the series, a notable part of that routine with the ball. She has also competed at the European Cup.
We will continue with the next gymnast, representing Netherlands, Barbara Galek.
From Luxembourg, we head to the Netherlands. This is 19-year-old Barbara Galek Oostdoorn. She will be performing with 3 pieces here in Tallin, everything but the ribbon. And she begins with the hoop. You know, such is the development of rhythmic gymnastics in the Netherlands that it's so easy to forget that this nation actually made its debut at the Rhythmic Gymnastics European Championships just 2 years ago. And Barbara Gallic-Ulsthorn was part of that team that did it. She is a pioneer in her sport. 22.75 the score for Elena Meysenbourg of Luxembourg with the ball. Barbara Gallic-Ulsthorn balances her training with her studies as a medicine undergrad at the University of Amsterdam. So she is very busy indeed.
Gymnast onto the carpet representing Croatia, Tamara Artic.
Next onto the carpet, 20-year-old Tamara Artic of Croatia. She will be beginning with the ball. This is her 5th time at the European Championships. A very elegant turn on the carpet from Tamara Artic of Croatia. Some wonderful work in that routine. Notably, that very risky back scale catch of the ball. Her extension was really spectacular. The score for Barbara Gallic-Ulsthorn, 22.8 with the hoop. It's been a fabulous set, this set C in rhythmic gymnastics. There really haven't been any big errors, which is something of a rarity. The gymnast looking well prepared and on point.
Järgmisena võistleb Hollandi võistleja.
Representing the Netherlands, Gabrielle van der Laan.
To the Netherlands now, and a competitor that we will be seeing perform with the hoop and tomorrow with the ribbon. This is Noah Gabrielle van der Laan, the 20-year-old from Vorden, in her 2nd European Championships now. Noah Gabriele von der Laan performing with the hoop at the European Rhythmic Gymnastics Championships. Like her teammate, Barbara Gallic-Ulsthorn, she is also a student at the same time as pursuing elite rhythmic gymnastics. In her case, she is an undergrad in movement science at Vrije Universiteit in Amsterdam.
To come in his first rotation of set C.
And it was a momentary loss of the apparatus, and she did not have to take any steps to get it back, so the deduction for that is likely to be just 0.5 of a point. The rest of the routine very clean.
2 võitlejat, kes teevad kõik 2 kava.
All 3 Dutch gymnasts at these European Championships performing with only 2 or 3 apparatus. We will see Barbara Gallic-Ulsthorn again with the ball and with the clubs. As mentioned before, Noah Gabriele von der Laan will take to the carpet again with the ribbon. And in the next round, we will see Anna Werner of Netherlands with the ball. She will do ball, clubs, and ribbon here in Tallin. And if you are just joining the broadcast, there is plenty more coming your way from Tallinn. We will see 20 competitors in this set C. We are about halfway through the first of 2 rotations. Afterwards, we will go around again, and those who performed with the hoop will perform with the ball, and vice versa. Still to come, Sofia Raffaelli of Italy, Tara Dragash of Italy as well. And we will see the Hungarian, Hanapana Wiesner, as well as Fanny Pignitsky. The score with the ball for Tamara Arctic has just come in. It is 24.15.
Tamara Articin 24,150 ning Noa Gabriel van der Laan Hollandist 22,850.
The score for Noa Gabriele von der Laan, meanwhile, 22.85 with the hoop.
Next gymnast onto the carpet is Grace Ramadani, Croatia.
Here is Croatia's Gresa Ramadani, just 16 years old, but already in her second European Championships. She competed only ribbon last year in Budapest. This is an evolution for this young woman from Croatia. Performing to Symphony Number 5 in C minor Allegro con brio. That is Gresa Ramadani of Croatia, the junior national champion in the all-around as well as with the hoop and the ball in 2023. And one of the smoothest apparatus handlers in the competition, Gresa Ramadani.
From Tallin, Italy.
Representing Italy now. The first of 3 competitors we will see today. Here is 18-year-old Tara Dragaš. She starts with the hoop.
Go to sleep at night after hours when the moon is high. Stay awake with both your eyes. Don't you ever go to sleep at night.
Well, if you weren't awake before, you are now, because that was a statement-making performance from Tara Dragaš of Italy. Clearly, the pivoting skills are her forte, though everything was excellent. She began with a magnificent Raffaele turn that seemed to go on forever, and then she held her leg in the bent leg side scale just for a moment for extra effect. It's also a lovely turn in attitude derrière. So far with the hoop, the top performer remains Daria Varfolomeev of Germany with that 30 points. It's a good marker that any score that we see that approaches 30 points is really a top-level score, bound to make an apparatus final, bound to be competitive in an all-around final. And it's a very few gymnasts that have managed to surpass that in international competition already this year. Tara Dragaš made her European Championship debut in Budapest in 2024. She shared team silver with teammates, including Sofia Raffaele there. She also had a silver medal in the ribbon at the Junior European Championships 3 years ago. And as mentioned before, she is coached by her mother, Spela Dragaš. Her mother, born in Ljubljana, has lived in Italy for about 30 years now and was a judge at 3 Olympic Games. And so for Tara Dragaš, very nice to have such experience and knowledge accompanying you in the gym and at competitions like this one. Scores still to come in for Gresa Ramadani of Croatia. As well as for Tara Dragash, we will be seeing her with the clubs and with the ribbon, but not with the ball in the next rotation. The ball will be the domain of her teammate Alice Tagliati.
We have to wait for the next score.
There is a slight delay in the scores of Grace Ramadani and Tara Dragash, but that's all right because the Backstreet Boys are playing on the sound system and everyone is grooving along as one does, including Luigi.
By the way, checking out your social media account and following Luigi, our official mascot. Luigi Gymnastics on Instagram and TikTok. Luigi _Gymnastics on Instagram and TikTok. Make some noise for Luigi! Here's the score for
And Grace Ramadani scores 22.85 with the ball. Meanwhile, Tara Dragash gets 28. That's a very nice number for her, with one routine down and 2 to go. Let's go to Hungary now. And 20-year-old Hanna Panavisner. The first of 3 routines she will be showing as she attempts to qualify for the all-around and apparatus finals. There is such strength and delicacy in the work of Hanna Panavisner, who has chosen Eye of the Tiger, a very lyrical version of the classic for her ball routine this year. This is her 5th European Championship, Panavisner.
Bronze medalist and the all-around world champion 2022, representing it.
2024 olümpiamängude pronksmedalist Itaaliast Sofia Raffaeli.
To a woman who has stood at the top of the European podium, the world podium, and won a bronze medal in Paris last summer. They absolutely love her. Sofia Raffaelli of Italy begins her European campaign with the hoop.
Tu sei una cosa grande con me, una cosa che mi fa innamorare, una cosa che sei tu, guarda me, mi innamora così, guarda te. Dillo che mi vuoi bene, conmigo, voglio bene a te. Un dia sapere cosa da te, perché quando ti guarda così, sicuro tu ti senti morire, non mi dice e non mi fai capire, ma perché così grande.
There is a wonderful quality to this exercise. It evokes classic Italian cinema. You can almost imagine Sofia Raffaelli striding through this hoop routine in black and white. What a wonderful first exercise from the Olympic bronze medalist who has thrilled us so often with her performances. And they are performances. The new artistic emphasis of the Code of Points is likely to bode very well for Sofia Raffaelli. Her expressiveness, second to none on the international circuit. And it was like that even when she was very young. How fortunate we have been to be able to watch her mature into the competitor that she is today, seamlessly blending her difficulty, her expression, and her artistry. 24.6 is the score for Hannah Wiesner with the ball.
24-6-0 points for Hannah van der Wiesner, our final gymnast in the first rotation of set C, representing Hungary, Fanny Pignitsky.
And we are not done yet. The last gymnast to perform in the first half of these apparatus qualifications in set C, the renowned Hungarian two-time Olympian World University Games champion, Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary. She will start off with the ball. A risky ending for Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary with the ball, but it worked out beautifully. That's a very nice opening set for the 25-year-old from Budapest. She won a World Championship medal with the hoop in 2023. Meanwhile, the score is in for Sofia Raffaelli, and it is enormous, 29.6, and third so far with the hoop. And we don't want to get ahead of ourselves because there is still a whole nother set and a half really to go, but it is very likely with a number like 29.6 that we will be seeing Sofia Raffaelli again in the hoop final. So far, only Daria Varfolomeev and Stiliana Nikolova have managed better with this apparatus.
We have to wait for the judges because the final gymnast in the first rotation was competing with the ball, and the next will do this as well.
This is a new ball routine that we just saw from Fanny Pignitsky. She says that in it she is portraying a robot or a robot-like machine. And she shows that throughout the exercise. It also serves to show off how technically excellent she is with her balances and with her turns. She does something very trendy in that routine as well that we're going to be seeing a lot more of in the new code, and that's bouncing the ball off of the body. She does it 3 times in the routine.
Good timing now. We want to thank all our volunteers to make this dream possible.
And
here in Tallin to help this European Championships.
Small pause in the competition is for volunteers and technical officials, if needed, to go onto the carpet and actually gather up the sparkles that fall off, the crystals that fall off the leotard occasionally.
Pignitsky hinne Ungarist on 26,700.
It's actually quite trendy at some international competitions. Afterwards, you see little girls on the floor gathering up the sparkles for their own leotards after the competition has ended. 26.75 the score for Fanny Pignitsky with her first apparatus. It was the ball. Is underway. And we are back underway with the second half of Set C. Here once again, representing Latvia, Evelina Ivanova. Evelina Ivanova of Latvia completing her first day of competition at these European Championships. It wasn't a routine that was free of complication. She did have to employ the replacement apparatus after her ball went out of bounds. Here now, representing Turkey, the 16-year-old from Izmir, Deniz Oskay, performing with the hoop. She has a real gift for expressivity, Deniz Oskay. Quite astonishing for someone who is just 16 years old and in her first European Championships. There were moments in that exercise where the music and the movement just melded together in perfect harmony. That's one of the things that is so important in this new code of points. 21.6. The score for Evelina Ivanova of Latvia. And you see there's the 0.3 penalty for her apparatus going out of bounds. There's also 1.0 deduction for that loss of the apparatus out of bounds. We move now to Latvia and Alice Lebedeva. 25.35 her score with the hoop.
Legs are on fire, I'm fanning the flames. Like a vampire stood out in broad day. Should have been wiser while picking out what you were gonna say. Fool me once, that's one too many. Better luck next time you've met me. Where's the dance who caught you medley? Turn around.
Some very well-controlled work in the tosses and catches from Alice Lebedeva of Latvia, just 15 years old. She competed at the Junior World Championships in Cluj-Napoca in 2023. She only did clubs there, but she finished in the top 20 with the apparatus. And then at the Sofia Cup this year, she won the all-around and clubs bronze medals. We'll have the score for Deniz Özke of Turkey in just a moment. There's some grand young competitors coming through early in set C. The likes of Alice Lebedeva, and also the next gymnast that we will see, Hatice Gökçe Emerge of Turkey.
Again, we have to wait for the score of gymnasts for the routine of Deniz Özke.
There is evidently some deliberation among the judging panels regarding the hoop routine of Deniz Özke of Turkey. Özke in her first year of senior international competition. She won medals at the Bosphorus Cup in Istanbul last year and made her international debut as a senior at the World Cup in Sofia this year. She also competed on the World Cup circuit in Tashkent. So she's really easing her way into major international competition. But as any gymnast will attest, there is no stage quite like the continental one. The score for Deniz Özke is... It is in 22.45 with the hoop, and Alice Lebedeva receives, meanwhile, 24.65 with the ball. Here is Hatice Gökçe Emerge, the 17-year-old from Pendik on the Asian side of the Bosphorus in Istanbul. Competitor who was 20th in the all-around final at last year's European Championships, trying to make another final. The exquisitely expressive Hatice Gökçe Emerge of Turkey. This is the same routine she performed with the hoop from last year. It's got a real Coppelia theme, and it just allows her to transform into something of an actress on the carpet, mesmerizing everyone. To the reigning European champion with the clubs, Daniela Munitz of Israel, who begins here with the ball. Hard to believe this is her third senior European championships already.
È una giornata particolare. Si inizia con un buon caffè. L'amore in città e c'è un profumo di donne. Dai. La coppia più bella del mondo. La vita è bella. La vita è bella.
Now you're about to encounter the sounds of the hundreds of thousands plus. Dumbfounded, all of astounded, done with the violent and violence, yup. Seek the divine, I won't be denied. Hope is divine to help me bring you the bread of significance. Just know you'll be better for listening. One of a kind, so there's no mimics. Go get it, ain't running the mill, so there's no limit. Take my word, you'll be better for listening.
Brava la Carmen.
Daniela Munitz of Israel with the ball. Ball was actually the apparatus where she made her reputation on the World Cup circuit last year and the year before. She has always been able to handle such a large amount of difficulty. Unfortunately, in this routine, there was the notable catch where she had to go out of bounds to retrieve the ball. There will be several deductions associated with that. Meanwhile, 26.95, the score with the hoop for the Turkish gymnast Hatice Gökçek-Emerge. After a very impressive 27.15 score with the ball, here once again is Spain's Lucia Gonzalez, this time with the hoop. What a performance from Lucia Gonzalez of Spain, the 19-year-old who resides in Madrid. She started Rhythmic Gymnastics at Club Benidorm, and even today she still trains there.
score for Daniela. Points Israel
She
24.
competed on the World Cup circuit in Sofia earlier this year, her first competition back on the World Cup since 2023, when she made the ball final in Portimao in Portugal. And now to Maitel Mayen-Sumkin with the ball. 29.45 was what she had with the hoop just an hour or so ago. All eyes on this young gymnast from Tel Aviv.
No more tears, my heart is dry. I don't laugh and I don't cry. I know I said that I was shy, but rich men can't imagine power. One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old. And think of all the stories that we could have told. One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old. And think of all the stories that we could have told. One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be
One day, says the music. One day, we said when we watched her compete in 2023 and in 2024. Well, that day might be today for Maitel Mayen-Sumkin. Another extraordinarily risky performance with the ball, and just about everything in her exercise was right on point. Maitel Mayen-Sumkin, somebody who started out in the Israeli junior group, won silver medals at the Junior World Championships in 2023, and then began competing as an individual and competing very, very well at the European Championships as a junior in 2024. She won the gold medal with the ball, as a matter of fact. Meanwhile, 9th place and 27.3 for Lucia Gonzalez of Spain.
Next Spanish gymnast, Daniela Pico.
The number for Daniela Munitz, by the way, 25.7 with the ball. This is our first look at the young Spaniard Daniela Pico. She is from Alicante but lives in Madrid, competed with the group at the Junior World Championships 2 years ago. Now here is a senior with the hoop. In the corner of your screen, the Spanish coaches are clapping and cheering and hugging. That is because that was a belter of a routine from their very young gymnast, Daniela Pico. Meanwhile, 27.5 the score for Maitel Mayen-Sumkin with the ball. And that stands her in very good stead when we look at the all-around picture. Representing France now, here is the second routine of Lily Ramanaccio, the 20-year-old from Montpellier.
I was once told that walking through a doorway could cause someone to forget even the most precious memories they had. Memories of good, memories of bad, memories of love and of loss. So here we are. I could never forget you. Day after day, night after night. I will find you again. Just like that.
Lovely work from Lily Ramanaccio of France. A poem on the carpet with the ball to the spoken word performance Find Me by Forrest Black and music by Cornfield Chase.
7.25.
The score now for Daniela Pico of Spain, 27.25 with the hoop.
Gymnastics representing Luxembourg, Elena
And
Meisenbohr.
for Lily Ramanaccio, it's a routine with the ball that just could not be more different from the display that she showed us with the hoop to bad to the bone, really showing off her versatility. Now, this is Elena Meisenbohr of Luxembourg. 22.75 was her score with the ball. This is her routine with the hoop. Elena Meisenbohr of Luxembourg completing her first day of apparatus qualification at the 2025 European Rhythmic Gymnastics Championships. Unfortunate that that routine necessitated the use of the replacement apparatus. Whenever a gymnast loses her apparatus out of bounds, the deduction is at least 1.3 points. But there was some wonderful work in that exercise. She has such unique skill choice. The 4 butterfly jumps combined, also a lovely turning switch leap in that routine. All of the gymnasts from Luxembourg here from the same gymnastics school, the École de GRS Luxembourg. And for Elena, her younger sister Lily, also a highly accomplished rhythmic gymnast. At the top of the leaderboard, I can tell you that the score of Maital Mayan Sumkin of Israel with the ball, 27.5, moves her into 3rd place in the apparatus qualification, behind currently Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria and Anastasia Simakova of Germany. Eva Brazilieva of Bulgaria currently 4th with the ball, and Lucia Gonzalez of Spain has moved into 5th place for that very precise display that earned her 27.15. Alba Bautista currently in the hot seat, 8th place with the ball. That is the only apparatus that she will be performing to here in Tallin. In the hoop final qualification, Daria Varfolomeev retains the lead ahead of Stiliana Nikolova and Sofia Raffaelli. Maital Mayan Sumkin in 4th place there, Eva Brazilieva 5th. Liliana Luwinska of Poland is currently 6th. Lian Rona of Israel in 7th. That is the only apparatus that she will contend with here. And Tara Dragash of Italy now in 8th place. Lucia Gonzalez just outside the running in 9th.
Individuaalvõistluse, mitmevõistluse, kvalifikatsioonvõistlus, kus 24 parimat saavad
Lily Ramanaccio of France scores 25.95 with the ball.
25.95, 0 points for Ramanaccio. And the next gymnast representing France, Maya Mion.
To the French national champion in Maina Mion of France, 26.55 was her opening score with the hoop. And she is very capable with this apparatus.
Llévate el miedo de cada uno de sus cabellos. Tiempo, hazle cariño a cada uno de sus recuerdos. Oh, amigo mío, vuelve, pasa por casa. Te espero siempre hasta tormenta. Todo arrasa. Aunque nunca te lo digo, te he echado de menos y pongo al cielo de testigo. Aunque pierda lo que es mío, saludarte, a volver a enamorarme.
France's national champion in rhythmic gymnastics, Maina Millon, the 22-year-old. Someone who has been so eloquent about the difficulties that she has faced in getting here. But this is a story that has a happy ending. She says, I've battled my health issues, vipers, my own demons, and today I am proud to say that I have made it. My resilience has paid off. Rhythmic gymnastics, the sport of the resilient. Representing Luxembourg now, with the hoop, this is 16-year-old Lola Diederich. Lola Diederich of Luxembourg. Clearly, this is a routine that is in development. Some evident deductions this time around, but let's take a moment and remember that she was just 16 years old last month. It was a routine that had quite a lot of things to celebrate. The fouette pivots, some very good balances, and there is, well, a lot of risk in the risks. Maina Millon, meanwhile, scores 25.2 with the ball. And just to do a bit of housekeeping, Daniela Pico's score with the hoop, 27.25. Elena Masonborg, after difficulties, 20.8 with the hoop. And now representing the Netherlands, here once again is Barbara Golek-Oelstorn with the ball.
Summertime and the living is one of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing with Daddy and Mommy standing by. Summertime, yes the time, I'm talking about summertime. And the living, summer living, and the living is so fine that this is your time. And the curtain is high. Your daddy's ring, and your mama is looking so little baby. Don't you cry.
A lovely finish from Barbara Gallik-Ulstorn of the Netherlands, the 19-year-old who grew up in the country. She does have Polish citizenship as well, but is elected to represent the Netherlands. Meanwhile, Lola Diederik scores 18.75 with the hoop.
Representing Croatia, Tamara Artic.
To perform with the hoop now, Tamara Artic of Croatia. Her score with the ball, 24.15. The expressivity in this hoop routine is really something to behold. Tamara Artic, a gymnast who has really been progressing in the last few years at World Cup events, has had several top 30 finishes, and in Croatia she is a 13-time national champion. Hoop is the apparatus that she really favors. She also says that gymnastics, she feels, is the most beautiful thing that could have happened to her in her life. Just an update when it comes to the top 10 with the ball. The 25.95 score recorded by Lily Ramanaccio of France has put her into 10th position. So if the qualification were to end now, she would be the second reserve to the final.
24 võitlejat, kes pääsevad mitmevõistlusel finaalvõistlusele, mis toimub laupäeval.
There is just a slight delay while the judges contemplate the ball routine of Barbara Gallik-Ulstorn of the Netherlands. We are also waiting for the hoop score of Tamara Artic of Croatia, the 20-year-old from the north of the country. And Gallik-Ulstorn gets 21.0 with the ball.
Jätkab Hollandi võitleja.
Next gymnast for the Netherlands, Adelina.
Here now is our first look at Anna Werner of the Netherlands, the 18-year-old. She trains in Alkmaar, but is from Heerenveen. And this is her third European Championships. A joyful performance from Anna Werner of Netherlands with the ball. She was the senior national silver medalist in 2024. And that was just one of the occasions in which she stood on the national championship podium. In the junior and senior level, she has won a medal in every category.
Next Croatian gymnast, Grisa Ramadani.
The score for Tamara Artic with the hoop, 25.75, so an improvement on her first routine. And now, representing Croatia, this is Grisa Ramadani.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. When you open it to speak, are you smart? But don't change a hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day's Valentine.
Grisa Ramadani of Croatia. What promise there is in this 16-year-old gymnast already in her second European Championships. Anna Werner, meanwhile, scores at 23.0 in her opening performance with the ball.
Next gymnast, representing Italy, Alice Tagliati.
Here is Alice Tagliati of Italy, and this performance is just stunning. He has so much potential with the ball and a fluidity and grace that is rare even among rhythmic gymnasts. Watch and enjoy. We have not seen many individual elements eliciting their own round of applause here in Tallinn, but that happened to Alice Taglietti of Italy about 3 times in the presentation that we just saw. This is a crowd that appreciates the quality of rhythmic gymnastics, and they know quality when they see it. What a beautiful flowing routine with the ball that just appeared magnetically attached to her.
3 more gymnasts to come in set C.
It's a wonderful story because Alice Taglietti just returned to international competition this year. She won several medals at the Aphrodite Cup in Athens in March. And at the end of 2024, he also had great success. She said that her transition from the junior to the senior level was somewhat difficult due to some circumstances beyond her control, but she changed her training base and believes that that has helped her enormously. And that is the only routine that she will be performing at this European Championships. Tara Dragash will be performing with the other 3 apparatus and Sofia Raffaelli with all 4. And that is how Italy will build its team score. The crowd is clapping along, trying to jog the judges along as well, perhaps. If I am not mistaken, we are still waiting for the hoop score of Gresa Ramadani of Croatia. And here it is, 23.7.
23.7 for
Gresa Ramadani hinne 23,7.
In just a moment, we will be seeing the hoop performance of Hanna Wiesner of Hungary. Meanwhile, for Alice Taglietti, it is 26.9 and 7th position with the ball. We'll return to the hoop competition and Hanna Wiesner of Hungary, the 20-year-old from Budapest. She's very capable with this apparatus. Hanna Wiesner of Hungary, completing her first day of competition at these European Championships in Tallin. She's coming off an incredible year. She was 12th in the all-around at the European Championships last year in her home city, and that was the best result of her international career so far. She was fantastic with the hoop, and she is the reigning European champion with the ball. Here now, beginning her quest to defend that title, the Olympic bronze medalist and fan favorite, Sofia Raffaelli of Italy.
This time. This time. Making Christmas. Making Christmas. Making Christmas. Making Christmas. Making Christmas. It's this time. And won't the children be surprised? It's ours this time. I don't believe what's happening to me. My fantasy.
Yeah, that's all wrong. This thing may never make a present. It's been dead for much too long. Try something fresh or something pleasant. Oh, my fantasy. It's Christmas time.
Sofia Raffaelli to music from The Nightmare Before Christmas, a new ball routine for 2025. And such is her range that she can do the light and joyful, as we saw with the ball in 2023. She can also do a bit darker, a bit edgier in her stylistic choices, such as we saw with the hoop in 2023, that very memorable performance set to music from the Alfred Hitchcock thriller Psycho, and also with this ball routine. It's a bit quirky, it's a bit kooky, it's wonderfully performed.
Jätkame juba C-grupi kvalifikatsioonvõistlusega, kus on meie ette astumas.
And the crowd here recognized her ubiquitous Raffaelli turn that she pioneered in 2022. The side scale penché with the leg bent has become one of the most popular skills on the international circuit over the past year or so. 26.35 is the score for Hanna-Penna Wiesner with the hoop.
Representing Hungary, Fanny Pignitsky.
The ultimate gymnast in set C is Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary, who will be performing with the apparatus that she took a world bronze medal with in 2023.
Even before I got into a car, I already knew I was born to race.
Senna goes through into the lead. He passed Alain Prost.
Senna's going to challenge for the lead. And Senna's got the lead.
Senna has won, and Ayrton Senna becomes world champion.
Lovely and risky finish from Fanny Pignitsky right at the end of that hoop routine. You might not know this about her, but she is a huge fan of Formula One racing. And so when the opportunity to make a hoop routine came up and using this music and the theme, she absolutely jumped at it. 27.95 and third place with the ball for Sofia Raffaelli of Italy. She is currently ranked second in the all-around at the halfway point as well. It has been a very good opening day of the European Championships for the Olympic bronze medalist. Excellent execution and artistic scores for her ball routine, and we are just missing the score for Fanny Pignitsky with the hoop. And after that, a short pause and it will be on to set D. And at the conclusion of that set, we will know the apparatus finals qualifiers with the hoop and with the ball.
Võimlemise tippsündmust aitavad teieni tuua European Gymnastics, Eesti Võimlemisliit, Eurovision, Smart Scoring, Speed. Sündmust toetavad Kultuuriministeerium, Tallinna linn, Autospirit, GVM, Lux Express, Motor Solutions.
There is the score for Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary, 26.65 with the hoop. So she's been very consistent with the ball. She had 26.75. And with that, set C is concluded.
0 points for Fanny Pignitsky, Hungary.
Fanny Pignitsky currently in 9th place in the ball competition and 8th place with the hoop. Oh, I must correct myself. Just in 8th place with the ball, but 8th place in all-around qualification. She certainly seems on her way to another quite successful European Championships. And so are we. I do hope that you will stay tuned for Set D, which will be getting underway in several minutes. Some wonderful competitors in Set D. The Ukrainians will be here. Polina Karika and Taisia Onofrichuk, who has caused such a buzz. We'll also see Brigida Krasovets of Slovenia and Panayota Litra of Greece, Vera Tugalukova of Cyprus, and her teammate Maria Avgusti. Much to look forward to. But as my very learned colleague Ollie Hogben would say, now is the time if you need to pop the kettle on, take a short pause, and rejoin us in just a few. I do hope that you will stay tuned.